Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the training. And let's see what we are going to discuss today. So, last class, yesterday, we have discussed about the first 3 chapters of Jsfhs, and today we'll be moving down to the other chapters also. Very good morning, Zogendra, Santana Lakshmi. Okay, so I think you have downloaded that particular files and worked on that particular files, and the demos which we have been discussed with HTML components and your input demos with managed bean concept and implementing that. Okay, that are the few things what we have been discussed mostly yesterday. I believe all of you have gone through at least, okay, so gone through the content of the first 3 chapters which we have been discussed. So today we will be discussing mostly on the validators, converters, okay, that we are going to discuss, and we are also going to discuss about a few other things like how we can go through the chapters like style sheets implementations and all. Okay, that also we have to see today, and we are going to see that, okay, the navigation part, how we can do, and handling the events and all, and also we will see that, okay, how we could create the style sheets and all, how to implement that. On the few things also we are going to discuss today. So let me go with that. Okay, our objective is to complete this chapter 4, 5, and 6 for today. We'll see, okay, how much we can will complete, and we'll see the demos. Okay, I expect everyone to the same. Okay, please discuss, and more and more questions will be it will be welcomed. Okay, and so that okay, the more discussion can happen. Ivani, very good morning from Gandhi to Work Center. Fine. Vitra, very good morning. Bhavani, very good morning. Okay, from Goria Hart. Okay, can you please type your name? Okay, please type your name. Very good morning. I think Maksud. Good morning, Arun. Good morning, Arsha. Good morning, Pallavi. Okay. Fine. Good. Fine, Apurva. No problem. Very good morning, Mahesh. Very good morning, Shilpa. All right. So fine. Let's see. This is what our objective is. Or if you have any questions from yesterday's class, can we have a small discussion? If you have any doubts or anything related to the last class, okay, quickly can you please ask? Then we can start with our today's session. I think Pallavi, if you have typed the question, it has went. Okay, I think you have to type again from Chandigarh. If you have no questions, if you have understood, it is fine and all clear. Okay, then please click on plus, so that okay, we can go ahead with our today's session. No problem, no problem. Arun, I want you please practice today. Okay, so there is no problem. I think please download that particular notepad. Okay, I want you to go through. Okay, so what is my objective is to, so that okay, you can get doubts, so that okay, we can have a discussion on that. Okay, that is the basic objective. Okay, why I am asking you to practice. Table is basically you can say a table which you are talking about is one, okay, which is HTML based table, where it is a kind of a designing, but whereas data table is a component here. Okay, so you can add directly the database data directly to the table, and all we can do directly to the data table, which we cannot do that into a table. If you want to store in a table kind of things, and if you want to display, then you have to write a loop and everything. But whereas in the data table, which we can write easily by binding that data to the bean, and we can display also. That is what we can do easily. can you please give that particular application to me? Then I can just check also. Definitely we'll see that, okay, how DV connectivity which we can implement. We'll see that from Ludhiana Mall Road. Fine. So let us, we'll start with our content. Okay, so basically yesterday we are discussed about the managing user input and all. Today we'll go for more on the validators, okay, and converters, how to implement that we are going to discuss actually. So let us see that. Yeah, can you please ask?
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Hello. Haji, good morning, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that in JSP pages also we could use the HTML tags, which for the using the JSTL. Okay, libraries we could use the HTML tags, which were designed by JSP for they were tags of JSP itself. So, what is exactly is the difference between the tags we were having in JSP and those we are having in JSF? One difference is that I've understood that validations and conversion is a part of JSF. We need not write any code for that in JSF, which we had to do in JSP basically. Apart from that, renderer part is one thing I think that is also little bit differences there, because there the HTML tags were converted directly, those tags were converted directly into HTML. Here it will be the renderer which is coming in between. So I have understood it like this. So is it right, or is there anything else?
No,
that is what I wanted to ask.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Because okay, JSF will be a kind of your server component type. Okay, whereas the HTML components are the client component type. So in server, okay, the validations and everything, whatever you are doing, the validation is happening in the server. Okay, please remember this part. The conversions or the validations are happening in the server, and you are getting the output, right or not? So the security, okay, which is there. In the client validation, there can be a chances that okay, we can tamper, but in server, if you are doing the validation, there is no mean of okay tampering the data and all. So these are only the advantages what you can get. Okay, apart from your comparing to the HTML components or the form component to the JSF based component.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely we'll check that Jayanagar Center, because I'm not able to know that okay whether username and password why it is coming that for you as a default value. Okay, so please give me that particular project, then we can evaluate that. All right, then let's see this particular session. Here we are going to convert or validate the user input, and how we could do that. Okay, that we are going to discuss also. Okay, let me start. Yes. So JSF, okay, which has provided a standard converters and validators for you, okay, to accomplish the conversion and validation requirement of an application. And this will allow you to create and use the custom converters and validators also. So we can have the custom converters and validators are also provided, in the sense okay, we have we can do our own validators, we can create our own converters also, which we can use and we can implement also. Not only that, okay, what we have been discussed in the core tag library, which we have seen that, okay, the validators and converters which are been available, that is F colon validate double range, validate long range, okay, so we have seen that there are certain, okay, the validators are already been provided. Apart from that, okay, if you want to create your own validators, okay, then definitely we can do that by implementing the custom validator and custom converter we can implement, and we can use that also. That is a part about your JSF validators purpose. Now the user input, okay, which are been sent to the HTTP request and referred as the request values which you are sent, and they are sent that data to the string base. As you know that, okay, any data which you are sending to the server, okay, as part of your form values when you are sending, so that data which will go in a string value only. Okay, so any data, okay, which is going through it is also called as your the query string type, okay, which is sending from your, okay, client to the server. So this is maybe that, okay, strings need to be converted to the appropriate data type before it is being processed. Maybe it is going to convert as a maybe date, or maybe it is going to convert into a specific value of a student ID. So that it has to be done. So that process, okay, converting that string into a specific format will be called as a conversion also. So this is what your, okay, conversion will come into the picture, and there are some certain standard converters which are being provided to you, and we can use that particular converters, okay, in JSF, and we can implement that converters for converting that string data to the specific, okay, converter types also that we can be specified here. There are some certain, okay, tags, rather we say that, okay, it is a tags which are being provided, Arun, that, okay, by which we can say or convert a string to a standard format also. Now the standard converters which are being provided, they are provided as a tags in the core tag library, and basically they are used to accomplish the convergence in the JSF application. So you can also create your own converters to accomplish the conversion requirement of the application also. So this is the few things about the standard converters what we can talk about. So as I told you, there are in validator you take, or maybe in the converter also if you are taking. In case of your converter also, we can have our own converters we can create, that is called your custom converter, which we are creating, or else, okay, if you want to use the already core tag library, whatever it is being provided, that will be called as a standard converters. Okay, we can use that also. So what are the different type of your converters and all which are being provided, and how we can use that? Okay, let us see that. There are majorly two different type of your converter tags which are being provided, the standard converters what we say. That is nothing but your convert number and converter, okay, date time. These are the two different type of your standard converters which are being specified for you, okay, for converting a string into a specific type. Maybe that is can be a number, maybe that is to a date and time also. It can be of any type. So let us we'll talk about that. Okay, then what are the different type of your values which can taken by your convert number? Okay, that we are going to see. There are certain your values which we can take. Now this is what the table which are being given in the convert number. You could see that here in the convert number, this is what my standard your standard converters which are been provided to you. Here we can use, these are the different attributes which we can also be specified. That is, okay, I want to give currency code. So whatever the value which is coming, if I have binded to a particular text field, I want to specify with a certain converter currency code. If I want to specify that, then I can use also currency code. And there is an example also, it has been provided over here. You can just go through this. C colon convert number type is equal to currency code is equal to, okay, EUR, that is euro, okay, or INR. Okay, so you can specify that currency code you can give, so that, okay, the string, okay, it can take the string and accordingly, okay, it can change to the euro or to the USD dollar, or to an INR, okay, so Indian rupee, anyone that can be changed also. Yes, we can talk about the kind of the codes which you have to specify. Okay, these are the certain codes which are already been given, which we can use these codes also. If you want to give the currency symbol, okay, specify that, convert number. Currency symbol also we can give, which will specify the symbol that is added, the value being converted, that is dollar also we can give. And integer only. Specify whether the integer part of the value is converted. By default, it will be set to false. So whether it is an integer only or not, okay, that we can also be specified. If it is a string, but whether it is an integer or not, if you want to tell, that you can be also specify integer only is equal to true. Maximum fraction digit, if you want to give also, that is okay, the decimal point of view. If you want to give that, you can also be given. That is maximum fraction digit of until 4 decimal or 3 decimal value. If you want to be specified that you can also give in this. Integer digit in the sense the before the decimal point, whatever the value it will be. So maybe you want maximum integer digit, actually it has to be 5. So that kind of your conversion number which you can take here. So these are all the standard converters which are being provided, and by which we can display a string to a specific number type with a different currency or with integer values and all. If you want to display, then we can use the convert number is the standard tag which I can use also. So that's a point. Okay, there is a sample example which has been provided. You can use it. Okay, then you could see the output text, the payment dot amount. Here, please remember here, payment dot amount, it is nothing but the payment is a bean you have to consider. As you have seen that, okay, yesterday only we can create a bean and we can associate that bean property to an output text or anything, or to an input text also. Then if you have written that into an input text, okay, that will be considered that, okay, to initialize, and output text if you are writing, that means it will think that, okay, it is getting the value from that particular bean. So payment dot amount, which will be displayed with the type as the currency, and you can specify the value also, what type of value you want to give, whether it is in kind of your currency code as a euro or currency symbol, what type, okay. So accordingly, okay, it is going to display that particular value also, such kind of way. So this is what, okay, one other way you can be displayed. So whenever you are displaying or an output kind of time or a report kind of time when you are displaying, I want that, okay, it has to be displayed with a dollar, with an euro symbol or with an INR symbol. In that case, I have to specify that, okay, output text, whatever the amount it is coming, please convert that into the currency or to the euro or to the, say, USD or to the INR. Okay, you can be changing to that also. So that is what the report wise, okay, if you want to be displayed, and this is the way how it has to be displayed, then you can write the converter tags and we can display the same. So this is the euro or anything also we can be specified for that. Obviously, we have to use the browser only. Based on the browser only, we have to use our own. You can also use alternatively if you want to go for the currency symbol. If you want to use, then say maybe for a dollar or a euro or a INR. If you want to be displayed, then we can also go for currency symbol. We can be specified dollar or anything. That is also can be specified. This is the few things, okay, which you can be implemented over here. So these are all the different type of your currency code, what we can be implemented, okay, as part of your converters also. All right. So you give that, okay, different value, euro, or maybe you can give USD, or you can give as INR. Accordingly, it is going to be displayed. Right. Similarly, if you want to give, like, if I want to specify a number, you can use different types. You have to show the output in multiple types. That is also we have to do. It will still display with a euro. Okay, it will be displayed with a symbol. You can check that. output text value, that is payment dot amount. Okay, if I'm giving that, okay, output text value is equal to payment dot amount, you could see that I want to display the minimum fractional digit is equal to 4. If the amount is having 2, maybe if it is 2, then automatically, okay, it will display, okay, with another 2 zeros. So that is the kind of your fractional digit, okay, which will be specified here. So if the amount is not having anything, still, okay, it will display with a 4 zeros also. Okay, the digits which can be displayed to you. So similarly, this is what your number way. Okay, if you want to implement the number way, we can use this number way and we can implement that. Similarly, if you want to go for the date and time, then how you could do that? So you have even convert date and time, which is also the tags which are being available here, and we can display the specified format and style accordingly to the date and time also can be specified here. Correct. 200 if you have given and there is no decimal value, then 200.0000 can be displayed to you. Used to convert the data value, specified format and the style has various attributes that can be used to specify a specific format or style also which has to be implemented. Now see, in case of your date and time, if you have given, okay, then it will be displayed this way. You could see that, okay, C:(convert date and time, type, attribute type is equal to, you can specify that as a string. You can give description, you can give it over here. Example, it has been given, this is what you can see, C:(convert date and time, and type is equal to, you can specify as a time. Or date style you want to specify as a long, or time style, okay, it has to be displayed as long. So such kind of your attributes which you can be provided to the convert date and time, and you can display that date value of the string, maybe the string which you have taken from your text field or maybe from your combo box. Okay, that can be displayed with these particular values also. And we want to display that maybe pattern, that is DD, MM, YY format also, if it has to be displayed, that we can be specified. So these are all the different type of your patterns by which we can display the date and time also, which is also be used. Now maybe here over here you can see input text, I have given payment dot expiry date. Input text value, okay, payment dot expiry date, and I am specifying that convert data and time pattern is equal to, I want this pattern, it has to be displayed, DD -MM -YY. Then the pattern will insist, okay, this value can be, okay, it has to be displayed with a pattern that is DD, MM and YY format only. So this kind of things which can be displayed over here. So he has given over here also, like if you want, okay, that is, it has to be displayed in such a format, okay, and if it is not been given, then there should be a message, it has to be displayed for you. Okay, then you can give like this, H:(input text. You can see that, okay, payment dot expiry date. If, okay, the user defined message, that is convert message, enter date as DD, MM, YY, such as, okay, it has to be displayed like this. This is the message I am given, and convert date and time pattern should be DD, MM, YY format. That kind of way, if you want to be displayed, we can also display that message like this also. So this is a sample example which you can use in the convert date, okay, convert message attribute, which you can use for the UI component, and it can be displayed in that particular pattern only. Expiry date will be of the string type, because basically when you are taking any kind of your text field value, it will be of string type only. But okay, the value should be given in that particular format. That's what. All right. So this is all about what we have been discussed. Okay, till now, okay, these are all the snippet of code which we have discussed also. This is basically for the standard converters. But however, okay, there is every time we may not, okay, able to use the standard converters. Maybe our requirement is different. In that case, we have to use the custom converters also we need to use. When the converted value will reflect. In the sense, I did not get you. So when the converted value, if you have not given, then that is going to be displayed. Now, Custom converter is what? Okay, this is the standard converters which you have seen. If you want to display number, if you want to display which we have discussed, that is nothing but your say date and time, then I will use standard converters. What if I do not want to use number or date? I may use my own converters type if I want to use. In that case, I need to use the custom converters. I may be using that. So custom converter is nothing but we are getting the value, then we are not converting, actually we are specifying that particular pattern. Only thing is that the message which is user defined message which I have displayed for you. Now creating a custom converter, how you can do. Okay, so here you can see that how to create a custom converter. So JSF allow you to create a custom converter by implementing converter interface. Please see to this. This is very, very important. If I want to create my own converter, then I need to use converter interface. That is the first thing which I need to use. I need to create a class by implementing converter interface, and this converter interface which will be available in javax.faces.converter package. Tell me now.
Hello.
Unmute your mic and speak.
Hello. Yeah, one second, sir.
Audio is very low.
Now it is okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Please be loud and can you please speak because it's a bit low it is coming.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Sir, in managed bean we do have setter and getter method, no, sir?
Oh,
Hello.
I'm not getting your audio properly.
Hello.
Can you please type in? In manage bean, if you have an integer ID value, for this thing we can use convert number for input text. Yes, we can do that. Is when you are giving the value, if you want a specific with a fraction of digits only it has to go, or the integer ID it has to be maybe a 5 digits. Okay, so until 5 digits only. That kind of your convert value which you can be specified to that input text. In turn, it will be storing that into the manager bean. You are specifying the conversion value only to the text field. Then it will be storing that into your manager bean. Okay. All right. Now this is about the standard converters which we are talking about. Now in the standard converter which we have been discussed certain converters and all. Now we are talking about the custom converters. It is just like you have used till now the exceptions which are the existing exception classes which we have used. Now we are going to use our own exceptions, that is your user defined exception. Similarly, we are going to create our own converters also which we can create, and to create our own converters we need to create a class by implementing the converter interface, and then this interface which will be available in the converter package javax.faces. And please remember that certain method which we need to be overridden for the converter interfaces, and this is the method which we need to override. String get string faces context okay, then the UI component which it is interacting to, and the object value. Or we have get as an object which is having faces context object, UI component, and the string value. So these are the methods, okay, which need to be overridden by the class, okay, which will act as a custom converter. Then only we can implement that. Okay, so we need to create a class which will act as a custom converter, and that custom converter class will need to have override these particular methods, that is get as string or get as object also. And there we have to pass this faces context object, the UI component, and the object value which you need to be passed over there. Okay, that 3 parameters need to be passed. And as you know that, okay, faces context object is the object, okay, which will contain the information about for the request processing. The UI component, okay, which is the GUI component for which, okay, the custom converter will be implemented, that you need to be specified. And then the object value, the value which you are specifying with the UI component, which need to be converted, that you need to be specified with the object value. So these are the 3 things which I need to be specified, the parameters for your converters actually. And obviously we need to configure that. Okay, then if you want to configure, there are 2 ways, okay, that registering this particular converters. So how we can, okay, use that converters, let us will see. So how do you show that, okay, how we can implement this particular converters? Either you have to register the class with the converter, okay, at faces converter annotation, which we can implement, by which also we can do. The other way, it is nothing but, okay, we can use the faces-config.xml file, and we can also use, okay, there we can also configure the converters. There are 2 different ways by which we can use or register this converter in our web application also. And when we are using this particular converter, we need to use C:converter. C:converter is a tag which we need to use, okay, with the UI component. Then, okay, we can implement the converters also. So that is a simple one, okay, which we need to use as part of your converters actually. So similarly, this is how I can create my own converters also. So that's the things about your converters what we can talk about, and we'll see sample examples of that particular converters, and we'll see that, okay, how we could implement the converters in our program also. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I just want to show you a small demo. Give me 1 minute. All right. So I'll show you a small demo about the converter, okay, and how we are implementing this conversion as a standard converter, or maybe if you want to be implemented as a custom converter also, that we are going to discuss now. Let us will see a small implementation of that. So I'll show you the output of that, and then we'll be discussing about how we could create this particular implementation also, that we'll see now. So a small demo about these converters. Let me go with that. Implementing the converter, that is I am used the standard converter as well as the other converter, that is nothing but the custom converter. So first what I've done is, you create a simple web application using your Jsfhs framework. Add the following code. Index.html. Okay, so this is what I am going to do. To a simple example. So in my index.html file, I am going to add this code. So let us will analyze this particular code. What that we have written, so that we can easily understand. This is a very simple code what I have written here. So this is, I have created a first one, which is nothing but you can see that I'm writing in a separate notepad also. Give me a minute. See here, this is my customer. There is an what I have specified here. There is input text ID. Value is equal to ID is equal to CNAME, and value is equal to product.CNAME. I think everybody knows. That is product CNAME. It is nothing but the bean which is available. And to that bean it has been binded to. And in the product we have there is a CNAME is a property, and to that particular CNAME it has been binded. That is we can easily understand by seeing this particular code. This is the customer name. In the product bean, the customer name is one of the property, and what we are trying to do is we have specified here converter ID is equal to NSC, which I have specified. That is nothing but this NSC is a standard. It is a custom converter. So please understand this. By saying this, please understand here. This is my input text ID, so it will be displayed like this: customer name, and we have an input text which has been provided to you, and there is an bean which is there, which is called your product bean. We can talk about the product bean here, and there is a property called as CNAME. This is a CNAME property which is there, which is binded to this particular UI component. As you know that there is the product bean, or any particular bean can be, the managed bean can be binded to that particular UI component. So similarly here the input text ID input text, okay, is being binded to the C name, that is the customer name. And whatever the value which I have given, like say Hari or anything, that value it will be, okay, initialized to this product bean also. And this is my converter ID which I have specified here. Okay, NAC, it is nothing but the custom converter. Okay, the custom converter which I have specified. It is not a standard converter. Please understand this. Okay, this is not a standard converter, which is we are implementing a custom converter. That is why the converter ID which have been specified as a NAC. So NAC is nothing but the name which I have given, okay, to the custom converter. NAC is the name, okay, which I have provided to my custom converter. That is the name which I have given to that. Okay, in the custom converter where I have represented, when I am registering that, okay, there I have given the name called as NAC. Hence I have given that. Is it clear now? Is it clear till now? Now in the custom converter I have written the code, okay, what it has to be displayed, how that it has to be displayed, that I have written in the, okay, custom converter. The method I have written, like get as string or get as object, I have to override, and I have written the code. Whether this Hari, it has to be displayed with, actually I have the prefix with Mr. or Mrs. That is what I have written there. Am I clear to you till now? Or any questions are there? If you have any questions, please ask now. I want everyone to respond quickly. If you have any question now, you can ask. The custom converter which I am using now. Then we'll see also the snippet of code where I am using also the standard converters also I am going to show you. If you have any question on the custom converter, can you please tell? We'll also discuss about what is this, how we can create this custom converter class also we are going to discuss now. But as part of the your UI component, how it will be binded to that, okay, that I am now just showing as part of your UI component. Any questions? Click on plus if you have understood. If you have any questions now, you can ask. What is NAC? It is very, very important. Why NAC I have given? NAC is the name, okay, which has been registered by the custom converter class. So that name I need to specify over here. How to register custom converter? Basically, okay, you have to create a simple class and there you have to write the code, nothing else. By using the, yes, at phase converter, and you have to give the name. NAC ID I will mention, okay, this NAC ID I will mention in my custom converter class. This name we will get in custom converter class. In the custom converter class, we can get this particular name. There I will specify that. Definitely I will show. See, first let me complete this particular portion, because once we'll complete the UI, then I can move to the custom converter class also. NAC is not a default name. I can give XYZ also. That is okay. It is a name which it has been given over here. It is a custom converter. But it is not okay, NAC only it has to be given. It is our own name. It is our own name which we have registered that. Is it clear now? Now let us see that. Okay, so this is what I have specified as part of my custom converter. Okay, the second one, it is not which is showing as the product price, which is showing over here. Product price is nothing but an input text price. Okay, here we have implemented the price value. And the next one, okay, this is a simple price which has been shown here. I have not used any kind of your custom converters or anything here. Okay, so, or neither the standard converters I have shown. Okay, any of that, okay, I have not given over this. Here I have not given anything. Then again, product expiry date you can see. Product expiry date I have specified here. Again, a standard converter I have specified. Give me a minute. Can you please give me a minute? I require a small break kind of thing. 1 minute, can you please give? Sorry for the interruptions. Let us see that. Okay. Then next, I just want to show you that one of your standard converter, which I am going to show you. This is nothing but your product expiry date. You could see that also. This is custom converter. Okay. Now I am going to show you the standard converters also. Okay then, so this is my standard converter circuit, okay, which has been provided. This is my standard converter. One of that, okay, we have used. So again, this is the same thing. Bean dot property name, which I have given. And convert, okay, at date time, which is nothing but my standard converter. That means, okay, I want, okay, this string should be of type, the string, okay, should be of type, that is the dd/mm/yy format. Okay, whatever the value which you are giving also, it should be of this particular pattern only. Otherwise, it will give an error to us. Okay, so this is what the standard converter will do also. And okay, if you want to give this particular value, maybe if we want a different message altogether, if you want to give, that is also can be possible for us. But okay, this is the message. If you want a default message, okay, then you need not to write. Otherwise, convert message also you can put. If that will not support this string, whatever you have specified in this input text, if it is not having this format, then automatically you will get that particular message also. So this is about your standard converter which is doing. Okay, so you can give any kind of your pattern over here. Maybe a student tag which has to start with S, then you can give that, okay, it has to start with S, then 1, 2, then after that, okay, there should be a certain text. So that we can also be specified with the pattern. So accordingly, it will match, and if it is not matching, then it will give an error to us. So this is my standard converters which we can use, and command button as usual which has been given over here. So this is a sample code which I have implemented. Any questions in this I don't think that there is any more questions in this. Any doubts, please ask. I can implement with the table also, as I shown you yesterday. Any questions? I'm just implementing this table type. You can do that. Then create your I'm just going to write the simple code. We could create this like that. Okay, customer name, maybe for a customer product price also we can develop this. This. This is my product price. Product expiry date, this is the third one. PD. PD we can close. So this is about a sample table. I just want to create a sample table. Now this is way how we could create a sample table and we can implement this code. Let me execute this. I've done mistake. You can say that, okay, the product details page, we have customer name, we have product price and expiry date. I've given any value, Kiran, or product price, I have specified some value, and expiry date, if I've given some value, maybe I've given some other value, which is not a part of the date and all. If I say that, okay, enter the product, you could see that, okay, there is an error which will be displayed, could not be understood as a date. So you cannot give any particular date, whatever you require also. So you have to give a date, okay, that is specific to the date format only. I can give like this, like maybe 15. Okay, if I say enter product, now okay, we are getting this. Mr. and Mrs. Okay, Kiran, and product price is, that is 789, okay, which is displayed in the Euro style, and okay, product expiry date is 9/9/2015. Now this is the page which will be the second page, how it is being displayed, okay, that we are going to see. So there are some standard converters and all, it has been specified also in the display product.xhtml. So once we have been given over here, then okay, when you call the enter product, then the display product page, it will be displayed, and in the display product page we are writing the same thing, product name, product price. When you are using the product price, you can see that, okay, currency symbol I have used it. Okay, the euro type of symbol which is there. This is the code for the euro symbol. Okay, so for INR, because we do not have the keyboard, we do not have that symbol, no? So there will be a certain codes which we need to be provided. Okay, then automatically that symbol which is going to come to you. Okay, so the currency symbol is this, it has been specified. The type is currency and it has to be displayed with that particular symbol. Okay, so you need to give that. Then, okay, product date, as we have seen that, okay, product, it has to be displayed in MMDDYY format, okay, YYYY format. That's accordingly, it has been displayed to you. So this is the way how you can write a conversion kind of your code. Here it has been written like that. Now, the next thing, this is how it has been taken, how it has been displayed, standard converters which we have been discussed here, and how the standard converters which we have been implemented, that we have been discussed. But the next one, it is nothing but, okay, how we can go for, okay, the custom converter class. We have written a custom converter class also. Okay, the custom converter class is nothing but, okay, that is called your name salutation converter is the name which I have provided here. The name for that converter class, it is nothing but your name salutation converter, but registering that, okay, with NST. Registering that converter class with NST. That we need to find out, okay, that is what is your currency symbol, I need to find out. Okay, so there will be different symbol which has to be given. In HTML, we need to find out that. Okay, so we cannot remember that. So we need to find out and we have to write it. Okay, we cannot remember for each and every symbol, right? So only we have to Google it. Okay, find out that yes, INR currency symbol in HTML code. Then you can find it out and we can copy paste that. Okay, so we need not to remember that. Yes, we can find it. For everyone, that is INR, maybe USD, for everyone you can find it also. Well, mostly dollar it has been there, but others, okay, will not be there. So obviously you need to find out, okay, the currency symbol and you have to accordingly you have to do. Then, okay, this is name salutation, what it has been written. Let us will see that. Any questions here in the display product? If you do not have any question, then we can move. We have used one standard converter mostly. This is two standard converter. One is convert number I have used to display. Again, the same way, convert date and time. Okay, we have used the pattern. A bit change the pattern, but okay, the pattern we have used. So standard converters we have used here. Any questions? Click on plus if you have understood this displaying the display product.html page. Any questions in this? Yes, now I am going to discuss about how the custom converters are created, that we are going to discuss now. We have seen now the mostly that okay, how to use the UI component, but how to go for the custom converter class, how to write, that we are seeing now. The custom converter, that is name salutation converter.java. This is the code which you need to write. It is a simple Java class only. Only thing is that when you are registering, as I told you that okay, when you are registering, either you have to register through the cases-config.xml file, or either we have to use okay that annotation, that is cases converter. In that I have to specify this NSA. This is what the registering, okay, what we have been implemented here. All right. This is what we have to register here. Time of our own message, that is what I said, convert message which we have to give. Okay, if you want to give here, then okay, here you have to specify that convert message tag. Okay, which is one, if you remember, one example also which has been given. This is what converter message. Here you need to specify. Please enter the date with okay, say dd/mm/yy format. Okay, this is the kind of your message, okay, which you can be specified for the user-defined message. If you want to give, then we need to specify that okay, converter message is the one okay which you can be specified for that. Fine. All right then. So let us will be moving down to the next, that is the name salutation. Okay, that is converter, and here you can see that okay, public class name salutation converter, which is implementing the converter interface, and this converter interface will be available in javax.faces.converter package, convert package. And there are two methods which will be there. One is called as your get object, and one is called your okay, your get as string. These are the two methods which will need to be overridden, okay, because when you are implementing the converter interface. And okay, this class, if you want to tell that okay, this class is a converter, custom converter class, okay, then we have to register that to the okay with a particular name, so that okay, this register name, whatever you have specified, okay, it has to be implemented to the your whatever that whatever your UI component you have specified, there you have to give, as I told you already. In index.html, we have specified that. Input text, cname, then c:\converter, converter ID is equal to NST. This is the same name which have to be specified here. If that is both are changed, then it will give an error to us. Okay. And I have to give this spaces context, then UI component and the string value. So whatever the UI component you have been given, okay, in runtime, okay, it will use the UI component will be initialized here. String value, whatever you have passed that, whatever the string value you have passed there, maybe you have passed Kiran or Harish or whatever the value you have passed in the text field, that value will come to here. Need not to be changed the XML file because here I am using the annotation. So hence we need not to go for that. Arun. So now here I have been specified value dot contains. If that means okay the string, if the value it is containing Mr., then okay value is equal to name. If does not contain, please add this Mr. or Mrs. plus value. If it is contains that, then you need not to do. But if it is not containing, then please add okay with this particular format. So that is a simple example which has been given for converting this. Nothing else. Then you return the name. This is what it has been implemented. Then okay, get a string which says that okay whatever the value is there, okay, please return that to the toString method only, because I am not implementing many more formatting. So only as the formatting what I have changed is if the string is containing Mr. or something, then it is okay. If it doesn't contain, then please okay change this to Mr. or slash Mrs. dot okay value plus value. This is way how you can convert. Is it clear now? So this is a custom converter which is not provided by your maybe the JSF has not provided. Hence we need to add our own converters. And whatever the logic you want to write, okay, you can write it the logic within the get as object, and automatically it will be gets executed. You need not to do anything for that. Okay, so automatically it will be gets executed, and the return value whatever you are specifying, that value okay will be added okay as the value for the bean, and the string value whatever you have given in the your UI component, that value it will come right over here. Any questions here? The custom converter which we have been discussed here. If you have any doubts, you can ask quickly. I want everyone to respond. Please tell. Yes, because because converter it is an interface, right? Okay, and we know that okay, if in interface whatever the methods are there, we need to apply that all the methods, or we need to override all that particular methods also. Same code we are writing. Yes, we'll get. First argument is a faces context object, which is basically it will contain the object, okay, which will contain the request information and everything. ABC, if you are, whatever the value which you have returned over here, the same value it will be written in the getAs string. First getAs object which will be executed. If whatever the value it is been returned, okay, the same value it will be returned by the getAs string. It is a normal POJO class, but only thing is that, okay, you have to implement that to the converter interface. Then only it will understand that okay, it is a converter class. If you are not implementing this converter class, then it will not understand that okay, it is as a custom converter. So you may add as a POJO, but okay, you have to implement converter. Okay, you have to implement converter interface. All right. The parameter faces context object UI component is the value which you are binding, and the string value, whatever the value which you have specified to the UI component. Because maybe there are certain other logic, if you want to write even in the get as string, you can write that. Now that value you can get it. Can you check that? Okay, because I never checked that. Okay, can you please check, Arun? Because I have never changed that. Okay, so can you please check if you are using some other value kind of thing? But I think in the output it will be that value it is going to return whatever you are returning to. UI component value, if you want to convert anything, then we can use, otherwise not required. No. That is what get as string is the value when you will show in the output. Maybe you want to take the output in a different way, and you want to show something else in the different way. That you can write in the get as string. This method will be invoked when you are using that is the phases, when you are updating the values in your binding time. That time it gets executed. So this is a sample example which we have been discussed now. So first, as I told you that, okay, we need to add the index.html code. Yes, for every new custom converter class, we need to create a new class. Exactly. Can we override? No, we do not require to override the toString method over here, not required. Add a custom converter to the web application. Okay, add a custom converter to the web application. What do you have to do? Then we have to just right click on the project. Go for new Java class. Make a type the name of the class. Salutation. Name salutation converter. Package name. This is name salutation converter. Converter.java. This is what we need to be implemented, and here you can write the code into this name salutation. You can write the code over here. Then after that, okay, we need to add the bean. Okay, you can add the bean also. Okay, this is the Pojo class which we have been added, which is implementing the converter. We have registered that with NSC. Then we need to add the a simple Pojo class which we have been specified. So that is nothing but we need to give. Add a managed bean to the web application. This is what we need to do. The managed bean here, it is in our case, that is nothing but your product. Class name can be anything, that is doesn't matter. Okay, any name you can be provided to that. Okay, so product.java. And here I need to implement the, as you know that, okay, how to add the manager bean, I think we already know. Right click the project. Then we need to go for new Jsfs managed bean. We need to select that. Then give the class name. With the bean name also we need to specify. Okay, select the scope. Okay, so this is what, and this is my product.java that has been specified here. What? Okay, so this is my product.java, which is nothing but a bean which I have created. Then in the step 5, okay, step 5, add a Jsfs page called display product.xhtml. So this is what we need to add. Display product.xhtml. So this is my Jsfs page which is going to display the value. Okay, the value how it will be displayed, that is what your display product. So this is a sample demo. Then you can run. Run the application now. So that is a sample, you can say a custom converter, how we have implemented that we have been discussed now. Okay, so I have just implemented this demo. You can do that, okay, afterwards. And let me go with the next part. Okay, that is nothing but how we can use the validator also. So let us see this. Introducing the validators. So validators is nothing but in Jsfs framework which provides the built-in validators. If you want to give, we can have the built-in validator. Similarly, we'll also have the custom validator also. To perform the different type of your data validation, we also referred as a standard validators also. There are some certain standard validators are also been provided to you, and as well as you can also write your own validation code, that is called your custom validator also. So how do I create a standard validators and how I can implement the custom validators? Let us see that also. Let me go with that. So standard validators, these are the standard validators which are being provided. We have validate double range, validate length, long range, validate required, validate regular expression. All these are the standard validators which are being provided by the Jsfs, and we can use certain the UI component. If you want to give the validations, we can use these particular tags and we can implement the validation over that. So apart from that, if you want certain other validation which is not the part of these validators, in that case we can create also the custom validator also can be presented. So how do I create that? How I can implement this standard validator and custom validator, that we are going to see. So let us see that, okay, in these validators, whichever we are provided by JS, what all the attributes which we can be specified. Certain examples also we are going to discuss, then we will see also as a demo. Now see here, validate double range, input value is there, payment amount, and C colon validate double range, okay, that is minimum 200 and maximum, okay, say 1 lakh, sorry, 10,000 we can specify also. So this is the amount. If you are not giving that, okay, then it will automatically give an error to us. Such kind of your validation messages also, which you can be specified to that. Okay, validate message also. This is for double range. Similarly, if you want to go for validator message, if you want to print, like converter message, we can have validator message also. Input text value, payment amount, validator message. The amount must be greater than 200 and less than 10,000. You can be specified that. Okay, custom messages. If you want to specify, we can specify that also. These are all the way how you can give. Like validate length. Like I have specified payment.cc number, maybe some credit card number which I want to give. And now this credit card number, as you know that, okay, it cannot be beyond 16 characters. So if I want to check that, okay, it should be minimum of 16 and maximum of 16. So if I want to check like that, then I can write also value. Validate length, minimum 16, maximum 16. And if you want any kind of your validation messages, then validator message also, you can be specified with that. So these are all the standard validators which are being provided. So similarly, required attribute also if you can give. Required attribute, if you are not giving the value to this particular text field, in that case automatically it will give an error. Okay, so that, okay, this particular text field has to be given value for, okay, processing to the next page and all. So that kind of your messages also you can get. Required true is just like you can also implement the same way required is equal to true within the your UI component where you are creating. There also you can specify the same. It is nothing but your validator. Validate is equal to required. So both are same. So you can alternatively you can write also required is equal to true. You can specify that. Or else, okay, regular expression. Regular expression you can give like pattern which you want to give, like mobile number, it has to be like this. It has to start with a 91, then after that, okay, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, it has to be until 10, okay, characters, it has to be like this only. If you want to give like this, that is also can be specified. So this is all, okay, the different type of your validation which you can be specified here. So this is all about your standard validators, which I have specified just now. They are all your standard validators. Apart from your standard validators, as you know that, okay, we can also have our own validators also, that is called your custom validators. So if I want to implement the custom validator, how do I implement? We'll see that also. So a class that implements the validator interface. So we need to create a custom validator by using the class called as validator interface. Just like in case of your converter, we are using the converter interface. Okay, similarly, here if we want to create a validation, okay, if we want to implement, then we have to go for your validator interface, which we can be specified here. And we can implement the code here. So validator interface is having only one method which is there, that is called your validate method. Same faces context object, UI component, and the object value whatever it has been given, that it will take. Just like your get as object, okay, which is taking the 3 parameters. Similarly, validate method also will take the 3 methods only. There is no changes. Then, okay, registering this validator also the same way. Either we use the faces validator annotation which we can use, or else, okay, you have to write within the faces-config.xml file also we can use, and there also we can, okay, register my validator also. That are the 2 ways we can do. So these are the steps which we need to be followed. You have to create a class by implementing the validator interface. Second one, we have to register the Java class, okay, as a custom validator. Registering means nothing. At faces validator, within that, okay, there is a name you will get. That is only the registry. Then apply the custom validator in the UI component. Within that, okay, C colon validator. Then the ID tag which you can be specified. The name whatever you have specified in the registration time, the same name you have to give for the in the custom validator where you are using the C:\, validator tag also. That's the simple way how you can be implemented. Any other questions? All right. So this is all about your validators. Okay, we'll see also a small example how I can implement the validators also. As part of the validator, maybe it is a standard validator or maybe it is a custom validator, how I could implement that. Okay, that we are going to discuss now. Obviously, okay, if you want to create two validators, okay, then we need to create two validator class. Yes, Arun, we need to create that. Any questions now? All right then. So let us see this. Okay, so a small example of a standard validator or a custom validator, how to create that we will be discussing now. So I am going to show you a small application. Java web application. Going to create a project. Validator demo. I need to use Java server faces, server library. Now what I need to do is, I want to create a small code where I want to implement the product value should be on a certain range. If the two components are going to use the same validation, in that case we can use that validation. That does not be a problem. Maybe I want a email validation I have created, and in my page there are two or three. Okay, you have written the email field and alternate email field. Both that, okay, they require the same kind of your validation. In that case, we can reuse that. So let us see that. So this is my index.xhtml page which I have created. Now I have created a demo already, which I just want to use it. So simple, I have created a price, okay, product price, and this product price which has to be, okay, minimum of 100.45, maximum of 200.80. So this is a sample one which I want to keep here. So this is the output label, and because I am using the validator, so it requires the custom tag, so core tag library which I need to use. So output label, you have to go for the price, enter the product price, okay, title, input text for the price, product price, title is equal to, you can see product price I have given, this is the, see, validator message also I have kept. Product price can be from 100.45 to 200.80. And here you see, there is a validator. This validator I have specified, this is the standard validator. It is not the custom validator. And we also use one custom validation in two different pages. Definitely we can use, there is no problem also. We can use that. Custom validator can be used in multiple pages also, no problem. Because that the registering which you are doing, it is for the whole application. So hence we can use in any page also. F colon validate double range minimum this value, maximum of this value for we have to use the code for which one? For the ID, that is price. Then value equal to product dot price, it is nothing but the bean value. Then message I have given. So the message is nothing but where this validator message it has to be displayed, that you can be specified to the message. So ID is equal to this for which particular message, that is for the price, whatever the validator message I want to display in a red color. So this is why it has been given here. And command button value equal to success, action it will go to the success. Okay, that means it will go to the success page. Now this is a standard validator which I have created here. I have not used any kind of I am not using any custom validator, by the way. Now let me go for the next, that is I need to create a managed bean. Okay, so what is the managed bean here I am using? That is nothing but your product. So let's see. Okay, I want to create the managed bean. So new, go for the Jsfhs managed bean. You write here the name as a product. If you want to use any package, you can use the package from the name of the product. Okay, name of the bean which will be product, and the scope I am using as a session. It's a finish. So this is my product page, and I am using here name is equal to product. Then eager is equal to true. I have been specified here. Now I want to write the code within that. Okay, the product, what I will write is simple, the price only, because for that only we are using. So I can create that. Or else you can create a double price and getter methods and setter methods you can write also. This is my bean code which I need to add. Okay, once the bean code has been written, then the next one it is nothing but, okay, we have to specify the next, that is success.html page. So add a success.html page, JSF page, and let me go for success page, and here you need to write the code into that. So success page, what you will write in this particular code? Okay, so the product price we can be displayed over here. Now see. So that is a sample one which we just want to check the custom validator. See this, okay, enter the product price which we are getting. Now I have given some value into that. Okay, then you say success. Now you see that, okay, we are getting an error here. Product price can be from 100.45 to 200.80. Apart from that, okay, if you are going beyond, okay, then it will give an error to you. So you have to give, okay, any value within that only. So this is we can give. The product price is this. This is how I can specify the standard converters we can be specify as that. The location, if you want to specify, okay, the location of this message, if you want to change, this H colon message ID which is there, right? Okay, that location wherever you will keep, there it will be displayed for you, Arul. Okay, so H colon message, because that message is representing that validation message. So wherever you will keep, okay, that it will be displayed there also. I want to keep somewhere else, I can give that also. Maybe I want somewhere here if I want to keep, that is can be possible. Check that. I given some other value, 456 or anything. You could see that okay, the message it is being displayed in different way. So wherever you want to display, okay, so the message which is there, okay, H colon message, and you have to specify for which particular UI ID you want to display the message, that you can specify. So that is a simple way you can create a validation kind of your one, and you can display. Normally it will display adjacent. Okay, if you want to change anywhere, you can change that also. That is can be possible into that. Any other questions? Everybody please respond. I want everyone to respond. Yes, for attribute is compulsory. No, I don't think that it is possible. Check that, okay, check, I think Chandigarh a good question, but whether one UI component is it okay specific to the two validation. Maybe check once. Okay. So this is all about your sample validator. That is a standard validators if you want to use, how they use, okay, that we have seen. Now, okay, the next which we will be discussing, that is nothing but your custom validator, how to implement that also we are going to discuss now. That will be after the break we are going to discuss. So we'll take a lunch break and we'll come back and we'll go for okay the custom validator, and then the next okay that is nothing but your the page flow web application, how we can move from one page to another page with a conditionally and all, how we can do that we are going to discuss. Okay, so fine. So that will be the discussion point for the next half, that is at we'll meet after the lunch break and then we'll be discussing that. Alright, so you can go to the lunch break and come back and we can start with that. Fine then, thank you.